Hello students, we are discussing foreign exchange market. Under that, in this class, let us discuss exchange quotations. That is, methods of quoting exchange rates. You know that exchange rate is the rate at which one currency is exchanged for another currency. It means, you know that in different countries there are different currencies. Exporters, after exporting commodities, he is going to receive his payments. He always interested in receiving payments in terms of his own currency. Say, for example, if American exporter exporting some machineries to India, then Indian importer must make payment in terms of dollars. It means Indian importer must approach the foreign exchange department of the central bank and convert the currency, Indian currency, into American dollar and then make payment. So here, what's exchange rate then? It is nothing but the rate at which one currency is exchanged for another currency. So in order to get $1 at present, Indian importer must pay 70 rupees or 71 rupees. It may be changing every day. It means under a flexible exchange rate system, exchange rate often changes. So here there are two important methods of quoting exchange rates. Exchange quotation, it is called in brief exchange quotations, or methods of quoting exchange rates. Somewhat important topic in your syllabus, and question may be asked for either 4 or 8 marks question, right? 8 marks question may be expected. Explain the methods of quoting exchange rates, or write a note on direct quotation, direct note on indirect quotation, or the methods of quoting exchange rates. In this way, this question may be asked. So here, now let us understand what's this different methods. See, in brief, there are two methods, mainly direct quotation and indirect quotation. Under direct quotation, you see, the bank follows one principle, that is buy low and sell high. What's that principle? Buy low, sell high. It means, the interest or the aim or intention of any banking institution is to make profit. It is possible for the bank to make profit by selling the currency at low price and selling this, buying the currency at low price and selling the same currency at higher price. The difference between the margin, or the difference between these two, okay, become the profit of a bank. Here, we can say that under direct quotation, usually foreign currency is kept constant. Okay, it means 1 unit of foreign currency and home currency is a variable unit. While quoting exchange rate and direct quotation ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕರೆನ್ಸಿಯನ್ನು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. Any change can be made by changing the home currency. So home currency becomes the variable unit and foreign currency kept constant. That's why this direct quotation often referred to as home currency quotation. Home currency quotation means home currency is the variable unit. Changes are made by changing the home currencies. Where to make change? Changes in exchange rates. Okay, changes in exchange rates can be made by changing the home currencies, and foreign currencies kept constant. 1 unit of foreign currency into number of units of home currencies. Okay, in that way, exchange rate is quoted under direct quotation. So we can say usually that United States of America following direct quotation, and India also for some time followed, and also many time following direct quotation method, quoting exchange rate, keeping foreign currency as constant, home currency as a variable unit. So it is called direct quotation or home currency quotation. Okay, what's that principle? Bank used to follow the principle buy low, sell high. So the difference between buying and selling rate becomes the profit of a bank. So it is possible to a bank gain profit to some extent under this transaction, banking transaction. Usually under interbank deals, see, the dealings between the banks, most of the time the bank can earn profit under this by following these transactions, and also by buying the currency at low price and selling the high. Most of them, they under foreign exchange market, it's possible for the bank to get enough profit. It's called direct quotation. And then let us study indirect quotation or indirect quotes or indirect quotation. So under indirect quotation, we can say the bank usually follows buy low, sell uh, buy high, sell low. So this quotation, that is particularly indirect quotation, often considered as foreign currency quotation. It's called foreign currency quotation. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, under this method, this home currency kept constant. Foreign currency is a variable unit. So any change can be made in exchange rate by changing the home currencies. Okay, so foreign currency, I'm sorry, under indirect quotation, the exchange rates say usually under indirect quotation, the foreign currency is a variable unit. Home currency kept constant, foreign currency becomes the variable or changing units. It can be made by changing the foreign currencies. Okay, so in this way, there are two methods of quoting exchange rates. So it's said that England usually follows indirect quotation while quoting the exchange rates. So these are the two important methods of quoting exchange rates. So it is in brief called exchange quotations. Okay, the question is asked for 8 marks. So I think with this, we finished this unit. So remember, in the last class, I told you regarding instruments are traded in. Wait for a moment. I finished the topic, that is exchange rate quotes. Remember, the question may be asked like exchange rate quotes. Write a note on exchange rate quotes or methods of quoting exchange rates, or write a note on exchange quotation. Okay, so you should write direct methods of exchange, if direct quotation as well as indirect quotation. Okay, in this same unit, I can say the instruments traded in foreign exchange market. Under instrument traded in foreign exchange markets also ask for 4 or 8 marks question. So under instrument traded in foreign exchange market, I told you regarding telegraphic transfer. Say 4 marks question, or write a note on TTs and MTs ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So TTs implies telegraphic transfer. See, there are different instruments were used for transferring purchasing power from one country to another. Mainly TTs. In the last class, I told you TTs. TTs means telegraphic transfer, which is the quickest method of transferring funds from one country to another. So information is sent through cables. Say, for example, there are correspondent banking. A bank may have some branches in different countries of the world. So let us imagine trade takes place between India and the US. Then payment can be made by let us imagine India is the importer, US is the exporter. Indian importer can make payment to American exporter by sending message. He may approach his certain particular center commercial bank, his bank. He may give the amount to be paid, and then the bank can give instruction or send instructions through cable to its correspondent bank which exists in US, and naturally within a moment, within a second or within a minute, it's possible to send or transfer money from India to US. So in this way, we can say TTs or telegraphic transfer is the quickest method of transferring funds from one country to another. And then there is mail transfer, transferring funds from one country to another through airmail. Okay, so a telegraphic transfer is the quickest method, and this method can also be used by transferring funds from one country to another. And then there is bill of exchange. Say importer may approach the bank, he may draw a bill and then send to his the exporter. Exporter with that bill may approach the bank and collect the amount specified in the bill. So in this way, we can say bill of exchange is another method. And then there is letter of credit, can also be used for making payment. And so these are all the methods which can be used. So TTs, CMTs, bill of exchange, letter of credit are the different methods of instruments used to transfer funds from one country to another. See, under a letter of credit also, importer may approach the bank. He may draw a letter in a bank, may draft a letter. It may be sent to the exporter. With that letter, he may approach the bank and collect the funds. So in every moment, the importer used to pay the sum or the amount with his bank, and then bank used to send the details to the exporter. So in this way, we can say there are different methods of transferring. I mean, instruments used to transfer funds from one country to another. So this question, instruments traded in foreign exchange market, also be asked for 4 or 8 marks question. So then regarding FEDI, Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India, in 1958, that association was established in India. So this FEDI, Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India, may be asked for 4 or 8 marks. Here, this association gives specific guidelines to the foreign exchange business carried on in India. So we can say this association has working with its own principle, gives guidelines, specific guidelines to the exporters, importers, and also the various banks which are engaged in foreign exchange activities. So this question may be asked for 4 or 8 marks. I gave the notes. You can follow this and say this particular association, Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India, gives some training to the officials, bank officials, so it can get some guidance or cooperate with the central bank in carrying on its activities or functions. So the Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India, which is the main association which is related to foreign exchange transactions in India. So I think with this we finished that unit, that is foreign exchange market. Okay, so with this I think I finished 2 units, first unit and fourth unit. Okay, so let us say I think I gave some notes regarding theories of international trade is over, foreign exchange market. Also I gave some questions and important points regarding that. So regarding foreign exchange exchange quotation also, I'll give you some notes if you want. And so let us meet in next class. Okay, thank you.